Hello, sports fans. It's me, Sportsman Z, Bob Zolke, and today you know what time it is. It's time for the picks. It's time for the Week 5 picks. So let's recap the horrible week that I had last week. 5-10 for an overall record now of 35-28. So I'm still above 500, but as NFL stands for, not for long, if I keep making picks like I did last week. So anyway, there was a lot of upsets, and there were a lot of close games. A lot of close games that, who knew, you know? So, a lot of crazy stuff happened. How about that Buccaneers win where they scored 50 points? What was that all about? Against the Rams, 50-44. I don't think the defense has caught the flight. But anyway, we are now going into Week 5. And so, as we are going into Week 5, we will start with the Thursday night game. And in the Thursday night game, I'm going to go with the Seahawks over the Rams. Because the Rams just lost to, as I mentioned, to Tampa Bay, and they couldn't even stop Tampa Bay. And now you're going into Seattle? Yeah, right. Get out of here. Go with the Seahawks in that game. Now we got the Eagles and the Jets. Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm definitely going with the Eagles in this one. I mean, there is no doubt in my mind that you want to take the Eagles over the Jets. The Eagles are, first of all, at home, but the Eagles are also a football team. So take the Eagles. Now we've got the Cardinals and the Bengals. Who to pick here? The Bengals are home. And you would think that that would give them the slight edge in my picks here. But no, I'm going with the Cardinals. Just because I think the Cardinals are a better team. At least they have a tie. The Bengals don't even have that. And they were playing the Steelers last week with a second-string quarterback. And that second-string quarterback dropped like 27 points on them. So, yeah, go with the Cardinals in that game. So next we have we got the Bills and the Titans. And in this game, I am definitely going Bills because the Bills almost beat the Patriots. I mean, that game was only 16-13. And really, the Titans, I never know what I'm going to get with the Titans. So it could be Jekyll, it could be Hyde, or anywhere in between. But the Bills have been a solid team all year. All right, next we got my Bears, who surprised me. I didn't think they were going to beat the Vikings. You got the Bears and the Raiders. Now, neither team is really home in this game because it's in London. So I'm going with the Bears. Go with the Bears. I shouldn't have picked against them last week. The Raiders they're just a mess. I mean, a complete mess. And now they don't even have Perfect because he got himself suspended for a malicious hit. I don't know what's going on with the Raiders. So now the next game we've got is the Saints and Tampa Bay. And in this game, I'm going to go with the Saints. Even though Tampa Bay scored 50 points on the Rams, which is impressive, they also gave up 44 points. And I think the Saints got a good defense, and Bridgewater is really not that bad. Coming in and replacing Breeze, and they seem to have worked a game plan around Bridgewater that makes Bridgewater pretty good in the new Saints system. Until Breeze gets back. Now, the next game we've got is the Vikings and the Giants. And in this game, I am going to take the Vikings. Even though the Giants are home, and even though the Vikings really did not impress me. I mean, I was drinking that Kool-Aid that everybody else was before the season, that the Vikings are great, the Vikings are going to win the North, the Vikings are going to dominate. Yeah, right. They couldn't even... The only touchdown that they got, the only points they got on the Bears last week was the Bears gave it to them by fumbling the ball down deep in their own zone. Or getting intercepted or something. So, no. I mean, yes, go with the still go with the Vikings. I'm going to go with the Vikings in this game. Because their rookie quarterback, he's gotten off to a great start, but I just don't, I'm just not a believer yet. So I think that the Vikings, even though they were not impressive against the Bears, I'm going to say that they should beat the Giants. Now you got the Ravens at the Steelers. And I believe that is what that is, right? Ravens over the Steelers, and the Steelers will be at home. And I am going to take the Ravens. Even though the Ravens do not look as good as I thought they were after the first 2 games of the season. They don't look quite that good. But they should still beat the Steelers and their new rookie replacement quarterback who's replacing Roethlisberger. All right, now the next game we've got is the Patriots against the Redskins. Who to pick? Right. Dumpster fire. Go with the Patriots. So now we've got the Carolina Panthers against the Jags. Yeah, now if you've been watching, you know I'm kind of a Jags fan. I think with their defense and that new quarterback with the funny name, I think that they're doing well. But something just tells me that you should go with Carolina in this game. I just got a feeling about that. I think it's going to be Carolina. So now you got the Texans against Atlanta. And this game is in Houston, the Houston Texans. Hence, it's in Houston. The game is in Houston, and I am going to go with the Texans. Go with the Texans over Atlanta. Atlanta is another team that just lately, they've been a mess. I mean, I think they have a win, but they're just not that good. Now you got the Chargers and the Broncos, and the Chargers are home here. All the more reason to pick the Chargers, as if you needed any more reasons to pick the Chargers, because really, let's face it, Denver, I mean, if you had to rank the teams up from the bottom, the worst up to the best, the Broncos got to be like the 5th worst team. So now you got Dallas and Green Bay. And this game will be in Dallas, and that gives them the slight edge. I'm going to go with Dallas, even though it's hard to trust them because they lost to the Saints last week, and I was sure they would have beaten the Saints. But being a Bears fan, I want to see Green Bay lose anyway. So yeah, let's go with Dallas and hope that they can hang on and do it. Now you got, the next game you got is Kansas City and the Colts. And this game is going to be in Kansas City, and I am done picking against Kansas City in Kansas City. I'm done. So go with the Chiefs. Go with the Chiefs in that game. By the way, when my brother and I were little, my father gave us each. He gave my brother the Kansas City helmet, like the Kansas City plastic helmet then, because Kansas City was great back then. And he gave me what was the Baltimore Colts at the time, the Baltimore Colts plastic helmet. And again, because at that time, the Baltimore Colts were good too. So that's just a little side story. It's interesting that they're playing each other this week. And now for the last game of the week, we have the 49ers and the Browns. And this game will be in San Francisco. And I am going to go with the San Francisco 49ers. And for those naysayers out there, no, I am not picking against Cleveland because I don't like Cleveland. First of all, it's not that I don't like Cleveland. I don't like their quarterback. But I am not picking against them because I don't like their quarterback. I'm picking against them because I don't think they're going to beat the 49ers. My God, I mean, what does it take, right? So anyway, let's hope that crop of picks, well, really, it has to get me like, I've got to hope to be 15-0. But let's just hope that I did a lot better than last week with those picks. I mean, that was ridiculous. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. What games do you think I have wrong? I mean, last week you had a 50-50 chance of being right if you said I was wrong. So anyway, let me know. I'm always willing to, read through the comments and see what people have to say. If you have any suggestions for anything else you want to see, let me know. Leave comments below. Send the video to people that you think might find it interesting. Let's, keep the interest in the channel going. But for right now, it's me, Sportsman Z, signing off.